Hi, I'm here with John Ladley, who wrote the book on data governance, and we are at Enterprise Data World 2024. And John, tell us a little bit about where you think we are today in the data industry and where we're going from here.
Well, thank you for the invitation, Malcolm. It's good to talk to you and talk to your friends in mass media land. So where's data governance? It's still struggling. I would say we have established the beachhead with data governance in that we know that it's important. We know organizations need something that sounds like that or it feels like that. CEOs now will start to say things along that line. So we firmly established the need. What we haven't established is the sustainability and the resilience that as soon as we start to do something or poke at the organization a little bit, to allow that to keep moving forward. We're in this realm of pretty much solely people issues right now. We've got an idea of the technology things. We've got an idea of where we can apply this. We have a lot of drivers for it from a regulatory or compliance standpoint, but we are struggling with some of the essential people aspects. Now, to break that down, areas of struggle are the messages. We don't get good messages to leadership as to what this is about, when it's valuable. We don't get good messages to middle management to motivate them. We don't get good messages to our own data people as to how to express and sell and value what we're doing. But we're working on that. I keep seeing more and more on it every day, and I still see incremental progress every day.
So you're hopeful? I'm cautiously hopeful, maybe.
Yeah, I think cautiously hopeful is the best word. And my hope comes from two angles. One, smart human beings learn something and do things correctly, and eventually we succeed. For example, one of the best metaphors I've heard recently is what we're doing with data quality and data is, and the organizational aspects are very similar to the total quality movement and the supply chain management stuff from Deming in the late 70s and 80s, especially with the US automobile industry. And you're seeing very similar dynamics in organizations going on, which is surprising practitioners and surprising leadership because they're not really in the mood to go through another one of those, no. Right? But there is that air of that being necessary, but we're seeing acceptance of that. So that's where one bit of hope comes from. The other bit of hope comes from the fact that it has to happen. Even if we change the name, even if we stumble this time and resume in 5 years, this boils down to my number one thing I say in every single talk I do. There are no complicated systems in human existence that are successful without controls, without checks and balances. The only complicated system we've tried in the last 50 years in human existence is using data that has no controls or consistent checks and balances, nor do we even have a body that's trying to enforce those other than IEEE or ISO, but that's not very good yet. So we are trying to break a universal law here, and eventually we're going to have to crack. So that also gives me hope because it has to happen, folks. It has to happen.
Well, thank you very much, John, for that
positive
viewpoint on where we're going. And
there goes the data governance helicopter.
There goes the data governance helicopter. Yeah. Thank you again. Thank you indeed for giving this to our audience.